Hi everyone. Today I want to make a video about something that I feel very strongly about and something I keep on getting questions also about. And that question is, what is Iyengar yoga? Whenever I get this question, I'm sort of taken aback because since I practice Iyengar yoga and because I teach it, I feel like everyone should know what it is. And I'm always surprised when people go, Iyengar, like the name, and so I thought I'd make a video just talking about a little bit about Iyengar yoga and why everyone should practice it and what it's all about. So basically, Iyengar yoga is a style of yoga, and it was invented or brought about or maybe even created by a man named B.K. Iyengar, who passed away a couple of years ago. And he is one of the modern, we classify him under the modern yoga teachers, and his guru T. Krishnamacharya is also considered one of the modern yoga teachers. So what these people did, what B.K. Iyengar did, what T. Krishnamacharya did, was take yoga, a practice which was till a particular time not really well known. They took it to the masses, and so B.K. Iyengar, he was also one, a part of this movement of taking yoga from like small schools or villages to a lot of people. In fact, B.K. Iyengar is credited with taking yoga abroad to a lot of foreigners. So what he did was basically, you might have seen a lot of props being used in classes, such as blocks, wooden blocks or plastic blocks, or you may have seen ropes, people using a lot of ropes. So B.K. Iyengar actually, he innovated the whole practice of yoga to suit different bodies. So people who couldn't bend a lot, he started using bolsters to help them for back bending. So he came up with these props like the chair, even the sticky mats. So before people were practicing yoga just on maybe dharis or straw mats or just on the floor, but B.K. Iyengar came up with the idea that we should use sticky mats, sort of like in the downward dog, to create friction so that we don't slip off and to make it a safer practice. So everyone uses sticky mats or yoga mats, but not a lot of people know that Iyengar is credited with the whole coming up with it or inventing the sticky mat, or seeing that there is a need for something like this and coming up with it. And so there are many props. There are a multitude of props. You have ropes, belts, benches, bolsters, pillows, sticks. You have a lot of things. And when you go to the main institute is in Pune, and you can actually go and attend classes, or you can observe classes, and you see how people are using these props to actually go into poses which would not be accessible to them without the props. So I am just a huge fan of B.K. Iyengar. I think that he was very innovative. I think he was very creative, and it's amazing how he just took a practice which which I feel didn't have much scope of creativity or of change, and he just totally revolutionized it. He took it to people who were ill, infirm, who had accidents, and and he enabled them to do yoga. So he actually took yoga to the masses. So I'm a huge fan of this style of yoga as well. I practice it every day. It's great for people who have had accidents, people who have issues with like this, with spines or any other bone-related issues or injuries, because it helps in resetting your body back to the alignment that it's supposed to be in. We go on about how the problems of slip disc and herniated discs and disc bulges can be solved or resolved or managed using yoga. So the solution lies in Iyengar yoga. That's the style of yoga that we use for therapy. There have been studies done about the effectiveness of yoga in helping people who have like meniscus tears, or dislocation of the shoulders, and a lot of other issues. Of course, trauma, mental trauma, things like that. And it's Iyengar yoga which really looks at everyone as an individual, and then the teacher will decide what prop to use and what's going to benefit you the most. And so I think every single time you go to an Iyengar class, it's going to be very different, it's going to be unique, it's going to be special, and the whole practice is very special. And if you're into other kinds of yoga, I would suggest doing Iyengar yoga at least once a week, because the kind of benefits that it gives to your body are immense. You're trying to fix your alignment, you're trying to fix your balance, you're trying to have a conversation and dialogue with your body about how it feels and what it needs. So if we're talking about restorative yoga, this is what is restorative yoga. So unfortunately, there are very few people, very few teachers in India who are teaching Iyengar yoga, because it takes a lot of time to get certified, and it takes a lot of dedication to go to class and to really study and research and have the patience to understand how different props can be used for different people, and the teacher needs to have as much patience as the student. So so that's why that is where the individual attention comes in, and that's where the yoga practice becomes very unique for everyone. So but there are a lot of teachers abroad who teach yoga, and but in India the teachers are few, but they are still there, and I would really recommend that in your own city you go and you find an Iyengar teacher and at least try a class. I'm sure you're going to be hooked to it, because it's just an amazing practice. It's just a practice which really gives you a lot, gives your body a lot. So so I teach Iyengar yoga in Bangalore, and it would be great if you came to my classes, and if you came to my workshops, and and saw for yourself, discovered for yourself what this practice is all about. I'm in love with it, and I'm sure you're also going to really like it and really appreciate and enjoy the practice. So so that's a little bit about Iyengar yoga. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you do practice Iyengar yoga, or if you teach Iyengar yoga, let me know. And I will now get back to work. Thank you.